Good evening. Welcome to 360DigiTMG YouTube channel. In today's Python series, we will be exploring data visualization with Potly. In today's session, we'll be going through with two questions. The first question is, how can we create a simple line chart using Potly to visualize a data set, monthly sales, and what makes Potly's line chart interactive? A line chart is one of the simplest visualization in Potly. The ideal for showing trends over time, such as monthly sales, Plotly line chart are interactive because allowing users to hover data points to see values, zoom, pans, and download the plot as an image. This interactive makes Plotly stand out compared to static plotting libraries like Matplot. We'll just start with the coding part. We have to be importing few library packages. We'll be importing import plotly.express as px, and then we'll be importing pandas as pd. And we'll just execute this. Yeah. And then we'll also go with giving some sample data. We'll just give some sample data. We'll be giving data is equals to, we'll be giving month. We'll go with month first. We'll add month as in a list. We'll go with January, and then we'll go with Feb, March, April, May, and June. We'll just go with 6 months. And then next we'll add with sales. Sales also will be adding. In month of Jan, the sales was 200, and in February it was 250, and in March it was 300, and then we go with April is 280, and then May it was 320, and then we'll add for June as 350. And then we'll give data frame. Df is equals to ed dot data frame data. We'll just execute this line. Give a second. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah. Next we'll be adding the graph. We'll be creating a line chart. We'll create a line chart. For that, we'll be defining figure. Fig is equals to, we'll be using px. Px is nothing but plotly. Px dot, we'll be using line chart. We'll be giving line, and we'll define it as, we'll take the data frame, and where our x will be the month, and then where our Y will be the sales, and we can also give some title. So the title will be giving it as monthly sales trend. And then we'll give some markers also. So markers is equals to true. And then we'll be giving to show this plot, we'll be giving to show the line plot, we'll be giving wait dot show. So when we'll execute this, so we'll be getting the, so if you see over here, we have the title and we have the x-axis as month and y-axis as sales, and then we have some markers. So at January we have a markers, and at February what was the sale and the month. So this is how you can create a simple line chart. So and then we'll go with the next question. So how can you create a interactive 3D scatter plot in Plotly to visualize a data set with multiple dimensions? How can you customize it to enhance user interaction? So basically 3D is nothing but we might know we'll be using x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So 3D scatter plots are visually striking and demonstrating Plotly's capability to handle complex multidimensional data. So it highlights interactive key strength of Plotly, which allows users to rotate, zoom, and hover for insights. So you can also the customized option shows how to tailor visualization for specific audience, making it relevant for real world applications like data analysis, insights, finance, machine learning. So we'll just begin with the coding part. So as same, so we have to import some libraries. So we'll be importing the same thing, which is import plotly dot express as px. And then we'll be giving import pandas as pd. No, yeah. And then we'll also be importing as np. So we'll just execute this. Yeah. So the next piece of code is we'll be creating a sample data set. Yeah. So for the sample data set, we'll be using random. So np dot random dot seed 0. Then we'll be giving the data is equals to. So for this data, we'll be giving age. So age in that will be taking as np dot random dot random. So we can give some integer. So random dot random int is nothing but it by giving a specific parameters, it automatically takes within that, it randomly picks. So we'll be giving 18. Then we'll be giving 70, and then we'll give 100. And the next column will be adding this income. So income also will be giving np dot random dot rand int. So we'll be giving some salaries like 20,000. Then we'll be giving like 1,20,000. And then we can also give 100, will give with a less number. And the next column will be adding is of spending score. So spending score, the same thing, np dot random dot rand int. And then we'll be giving 1 comma 100 comma 100. And the next we'll be giving us customer type. We are giving random dot choice. So within these choice only we can use. So we'll be giving choice as regular, and then we'll give premium, and then we'll give new. And also we'll give 100. Yeah. So this is our data. So we'll make it as a data frame. So df is equals to pd dot data frame data. So we'll just execute this particular thing. Yeah. So the next piece of code we'll be writing is for to create a 3D scatter plot. So to create 3D scatter plot. So for that we'll be giving the figure size. So figure is equals to px dot scatter. In the previous sum we have used line because we are going with the line plot. So we have given line. Now we'll be giving it as scatter because we are going with as a scatter plot. Scatter underscore 3D because we are going the scatter plot in the 3D visualization. So we'll be going with data frame and then we'll go with x. So we'll define x is equals to the age. So the next one will be going is y. So y will go with income. And next is z. So for the z axis, we'll go with spending score. Now for color, we'll be going it as with customers type. So we have three types, which is regular, premium, and new. And now we'll be going with size max. So what is the maximum size we need to of the markers? So maximum size of the markers will be defining it now. So size underscore max. So we'll be giving it as 10. So the maximum size of the markers will have it as 10. And then we'll be giving it as opacity. So opacity will be having it as 0.7. So which is nothing but the transparency. So how much transparency do you want that color? So that is what the opacity means. And then we'll be going to the title. So what title we can give? We'll be giving it as, maybe we'll go with, yeah. So 3D scatter plot of customer segmentation. And then we'll go with hover data. So this hover data is nothing but it is used to show the customer type on the hover. So we'll just execute this one. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So the next we'll be giving is how to create customized layout. So the next piece of code is for customize layout. So we'll be giving figure dot update because we are updating the previously created scatter plot. Update, we have to update the layout only. So we'll be giving the layout. So what we have to be giving? So the scene. So we should be in dictionary. So where we'll be giving as x-axis title. So we'll be giving what is the x-axis title also. So the x-axis title will be age. And the same thing for y-axis title is equals to, we have given y-axis as income. So we'll be giving income. And then we have z-axis. So z-axis title is nothing but spending scope. Next, we'll be giving the color background for the each axis. So for x-axis, it is equals to dictionary of background color is equals to, so we'll go with RGB and we'll give some values. So 200, 200 and we'll give 230. And the next we'll give the same thing for y-axis is equals to dictionary background color is equals to RGB. So we'll go with 230, 200 and 230. And then for z-axis equals to dictionary color is equals to RGB. Then we'll go with 230, 230 and then we'll go with 200. Yeah. And then we'll also add the margin. So for margin, we'll also give margin is equals to dictionary L is equals to 0, R is equals to 0, B is equals to 0, T is equals to 50. So L is nothing but length, radius, breadth, and 1 second I have, was that, yeah. So this adjusts the margin. So this particular piece of code we have used, line is used for adjusting the margin. And the next we'll be using show legends. Show legends is equals to true. So we need to know what are the legends. So for that purpose, we'll be using this. And then will be to show the plot will be using figure dot show. Yeah. So this is how you will be getting your graph. So you can also zoom in. So you can zoom in it and you can see the 3D image. So this is our x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So this particular line is x, this line is x, y and z. So you can also go with this color. So this particular color represents premium. So you can also see we have the customer type. So regular, premium and new. So regular, what are the regular? We'll be having it in a green color. And what are the new things? You will be having it in the red color. And then what are the premium? You will be having it in a lavender color. So this is how you create a 3D scatter plot using Plotly visualization. So I hope you understand and you know how to create these things. Thank you, friends. Thank you for joining. We'll see you in the next session. Thank you.